Hi everyone, myself Mamta from the Physical Science with Chemistry. Today I'm gonna tell you about the CIP priority rule. This was given by the Kohn, Ingold and the Prelog. Don't be confused, these are three different persons. So let's start. First, we should know about what's the importance of this rule or significance of this rule. So this rule is used to prioritize the groups, or simply we can say that to decide the priorities of the group which would get the more priority and which would get the less priority. Now next question arises is that where we should use this rule. So in the nomenclature of stereochemistry, it will be divided into two parts, the relative nomenclature and the absolute nomenclature. Relative further divided into three parts, cis trans, syn anti, DL, and the absolute divided into two parts, RS configuration and EZ configuration. To find RS or EZ, we should know the CIP rule. So rule 1 is lone pair have the least priority. Generally in any group we take hydrogen atom having the least priority, but if lone pair present then it always gets the least priority, and lone pair act as a pseudo atom here and the mass is 0. Rule 2 is higher the atomic number more is the priority, lower the atomic number less is the priority. Means simply we can say that atomic number is directly proportional to the priority of the group. See the example. In this case these are four belongs to the same group having different atomic number. Here's the atomic number of iodine is max and fluorine least, so iodine get the more priority and fluorine gets the least priority. Rule 3 is first point of difference. Let's understand with the help of example. In this case oxygen is identical in both the cases, so we move ahead for the second atom. Here's the hydrogen and here's the carbon. We know that the carbon has greater atomic number than the hydrogen, so this will get the more priority. So OCH3 gets the more priority than the OH. See another example. In this case methyl and ethyl expand their structures first, then we can see that first C is identical, then see the other atoms. Choose the best from all these three. In first case, in case of methyl, all these three are same, so we can choose any one of them, so we choose hydrogen. And in another case, chlorine, no, carbon has the maximum, means greater atomic number from all these three, so we choose carbon. So from hydrogen and carbon we know that carbon gets the more priority, so ethyl group gets the more priority than the methyl group. Another example is, see the first example, first, second and third, C, CH2 and O, all these three atoms are identical in the first case or in the second case, in both cases. So we prioritize on the basis of last one, means in first case there is hydrogen and in second case there is carbon. We know that the carbon gets the more priority, so this will get the more priority. In the next case first atom is identical and here we also choose, means best from all these three, carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. From all these three nitrogen has a greater atomic number, so we choose nitrogen from here. In next hydrogen, hydrogen and chlorine, here's the chlorine have the greater atomic number, so we choose chlorine. So from nitrogen and chlorine, chlorine has a greater atomic number, so we know that this will get the more priority. Rule number 4, higher the atomic mass more the priority, lower the atomic mass less the priority. See the example. These are the isotopes of hydrogen. If in case isotopes are present, means having the same atomic number different mass number, we prioritize the groups on the basis of mass. The atom having greater mass have the greater priority. So in the case of isotopes of hydrogen, deuterium, tritium gets the more priority and hydrogen gets the least priority because tritium has the maximum marks from all these three. Rule 5, when multiple bonds are involved. bonds are involved, it's difficult for us to prioritize a group. To make it easier to understand, we consider their hypothetical structures. See the example, A double bond B. So to make it easier, we first convert double bond or triple bond into a single bonded structure. Remember that that's not the real structure or the correct structure. It's hypothetical or imaginary, totally different. It's only for our comfort to understand. So in this case, A double bond B, we have to do the cross multiply A with B and B with A. If double bond presents, we have to cross multiply a single time, and if triple bond presents, then we have to do cross multiply twice. See right side of the arrow, A single bonded with B twice and B single bonded with A single time. And in this case, A attached to B, B attached to A with a single bond. So it's easier. We can easily prioritize them. In this case, see CH double bonded NH. First, write those atoms in between multiple bond take place. Here, multiple bond take place between C and N. So first write C single bonded with N. Then double bond means we have to multiply a single time. C with N and N with C. See how easy is it? Then moving ahead, the question is which would get the more priority? See the first box. It's easy, single bonded, we can easily prioritize that. Then see the next, CH double bonded CH2. To make it easier, we consider hypothetical structure. So moving down, here's the hypothetical structure. Then on comparing, we see that this will get the more priority because here's the 3 carbon take place and here's the 4. So definitely this will get the more priority. In this case, write the correct order of priorities of the given structures. Here 5 structures are given. Here we do not have to consider the hypothetical structures because in all 5 cases double bond take place. And in all these 3 cases, CO are identical, only they differ in the last atom and according to which we have to prioritize them correctly. See, first case hydrogen, second case Cl, third case OH, fourth case OCH3 and in fifth case it's NH2. So from all these 3, we know that Cl has the greater means maximum atomic number, so this will get the more priority. So second will get the max means more priority. Now see the case third and fourth. First CO same, second O same. Now we have to decide on the basis of last H and CH3. We know that definitely CH3 gets some more priority as compared to H. So fourth get more priority, then 3, then NH2 and then H. So chlorine, OCH3, OH, NH2 and then H. So this will the correct order of the priorities of the given structures. Now rule 6 is, if imaginary structure and the real structure having the same number of atoms, then the imaginary structure have less priority than the real structure. See with the help of example. In this case, in first case, CH double bond CH2. To make it easier, we have to convert it into the single bonded or hypothetical structure. So we know that how to convert it. So convert it into the hypothetical structure, and the second structure is easy, means it contains the single bond. So in both the cases there are 4 carbon, but first will be hypothetical structure and second will be real. So if in any case real structure and the hypothetical structure having the same atoms, so always remember that the real structure will get the more priority. Now we have studied the CIP rule. Now the topic is R's configuration. How we decide to choose R or S configuration for any group. Here's the rules for the assigning the R and S configuration. First, identify the center of chirality, means all the atoms attached to the carbon are different. Second is assign priority to each group according to the CIP rule, as we have studied earlier. And the third is the lowest priority group should be in the vertical line, means in any group there are two lines, horizontal line and the vertical line. The any group means we can consider hydrogen. If hydrogen having the least priority, then it should be lie in the vertical line. Or there any group which get the less priority or means least priority, always should get the vertical line. If the least priority group lies on the horizontal line, then we have to reverse the configuration. If the least priority group lies on the horizontal line and the configuration of the group is R, then we have to reverse it. It will become S because the least priority group lies on the horizontal line. And the next point is, if priority groups are in clockwise, then it is R configuration, and if it is in anti-clockwise, then it is S configuration. Moving ahead, see example. In first case, see nitrogen. We know that nitrogen have the maximum, means greater atomic number from all these, from carbon, hydrogen and this. So NH2 gets the more priority. Then see C2H5 has the second priority because it has 2 carbon and CH3 has 1 carbon, so C2H5 gets the second priority, CH3 gets the third priority, and hydrogen gets the fourth priority. Now see, hydrogen lies on the vertical line, which is required. See whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. 1 2 means moving in clockwise direction, so it's R. And the least priority group lies in vertical line, so no problem, it's R. See the second case. Here's chlorine. The maximum atomic number gets the more priority, so chlorine will get the first priority. Then oxygen gets the third priority. Here's the triple bond take place, or two carbons are present, so this will get the third priority, and CH3 gets the fourth priority. Sorry, I forgot to write here, means which configuration is this. So first, second, third means anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise means S, but in this case the least priority group lies on the horizontal line, so means it can be reversed. So if this is S configuration, due to CH3 means least priority group lies on the horizontal line, so it will become the R configuration. Now see these examples. First, here's bromine will get the first priority because it has greater atomic number than the Cl. Then Cl get the second priority, CH3 gets the third priority, and hydrogen gets the least priority. Here hydrogen has the least priority, so it should lie in the vertical line, so which changes the positions. So now see the direction. First, second, third means anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction, so this is S. And least priority groups lies on the vertical line, so no problem. This will be S configuration. See the next example. Here's NH2. Here's N get the more first priority because the atomic number is greater, and C4H9 gets the second priority, C2H5 gets the third priority, and hydrogen gets the means least priority. So we have to lie the hydrogen in the vertical line, so we convert it, change the positions of C2H5 and H. Here's the NH2 gets the first priority, C4H9 gets the second priority, and this configuration will be R. Here's some more examples. In first case, OH gets the first, C triple bond CH second, CH third, and H4 this will S. So these are some more examples, and this the last one or important one. See, if we get these type of structures, in this case, first we have to make a structure for the second carbon and the third carbon differently for our convenience. So here's the I have drawn that. Here's OH gets the first priority, this will get the second, CHO third, and hydrogen 4. So least priority group lies on the horizontal line, so we have to change, remember, 1 2 means clockwise direction, but least priority group lies on the horizontal line, so it can be reversed, so it will be S configuration. Similarly, the third will get the R configuration. So that's all. Thank you so much. I hope you will understand that and this will help you.